Oh my god!
Welcome back to the Throga channel for another React video. My name is Richard, and this is Johnny Lawrence, according to the shirt.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Cobra Kai. That has no relevance to what we're doing today. We're back to doing another Dimash song. Stranger is the name of the song we're doing. We asked specifically for something that might, I guess, show him off more? Is that
If that's
possible?
Yeah, everybody said, like, all the comments from the first video.
Like, oh, that's nothing.
They're like, he's so much better now. Like, how?
So this song was written by Igor Krutoy and Sharon Vaughn. I don't know if Dimash was part of the writing process or not. From my understanding, he sings in multiple languages. He's also pursuing a doctorate.
Why not?
Because, I mean, I guess that's, if that's in music, I'm not sure. You guys let us know what he's actually studying. I mean, this guy might be studying to be a veterinarian. He's just a beast.
He's so just a genius.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't really have anything else to add. I just want to hear him sing.
And before we do, make sure you guys like and subscribe and ring that bell.
Absolutely. And also be sure to check out the description below where you can take your free vocal assessment to learn about your own voice if you're curious about singing. And you can also learn more about singing and songwriting lessons with Johnny and myself. Johnny Cummings, not Johnny Lawrence. I'm really not sure how he would fare at songwriting skills. He can't even figure out the internet. I'm not really sure he'd be able to pull off a virtual lesson.
I love that show so much.
All right, here we go. That's a cool instrument. That's trying to think of the name of that instrument. Epic intro.
Cool vibe.
You crown far as I can see. You crown underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land.
I love his dramatic flair.
Cool breath.
You chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin again.
One of the things that stands out to me with him, aside from his pitch accuracy, his breath control, his tone, is also his diction, which makes sense given the fact that he speaks so many different languages. But what I'm referring to is the precision in getting the consonants at the tail end of words, especially at the end of a breath, at the end of a sentence. We've talked about this before. A lot of singers kind of, even in the studio, sometimes they don't pay attention to that detail. They just kind of let the brain fill in the word, which works, especially in a live setting. But he doesn't allow for that. He's actually putting in every D, every S, every T.
Yeah, once again, he's in complete control of what he's doing.
Yes. I'm going to point this out here.
Underneath my feet.
Oh, the T? Yeah.
It's just so gentle. It's so delicate. But he doesn't just let it fade into the distance, which a lot of singers do, and he's not.
I feel like this vocal tone quality, too, is different from the first video that we saw. This is a new element that he's bringing to the table.
It is. Maybe a little bit more mature. This came out 2 years ago. The last one was like 7 years old or something. I actually don't remember.
Like that, yeah.
But so obviously he's older, but also the maturity, not just genetically, physically of his voice, but you know how he's choosing to deliver. And I'm sure that's what his fans are referring to.
Yeah.
In a stranger's land, you chance to know who I am am if I have the strength to begin again.
I love how cinematic this feels.
Yeah.
Somewhere in my heart, in ancient times, I wandered through these valleys. I have climbed them on these hills.
All right. So, yeah, he's playing with like just on the edge of the vocal fry, but it's controlled. Where was that?
That's a C.
So the fry is when the folds are actually just slightly relaxed. There's actually a lack of air underneath. So it's not an art form that usually works without a microphone. I mean, you're never going to hear an opera singer use a vocal fry because they can't project it. So that just shows off his contemporary skills and still get that wonder. Like that. That's just a really cool.
Ooh, you did it
easy
too.
access.
Look at you.
Ooh.
These valleys I have climbed them on these hills.
Sounds like a different singer.
I feel them in this sea. You come far as I can see. You come underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land. You chance to know who I am if I had the strength to begin again.
Somehow he's able to sound like three completely different singers, but still gels it together. That's what's bizarre. Like a lot of singers flip into head voice, or they go to vocal fry, or they lean on an operatic tone, or they lean on a conversational tone, and often there's a disconnect. He's able to create completely different characters.
Yeah, within a second, it's like, is that the
It's like a
same guy?
schizophrenia of the voice, but it's still rooted into the same level of control and coordination on a muscular level that's just mind-boggling. There's a cohesiveness, but there's also an independence between his skill sets. Nuts.
This modulation.
I'm sorry. I'm going to annoyingly stop this 1,000 times because I need to rehear things.
Oh my God.
I thought that was an instrument.
Yeah, I mean, just the tonal shift, but also it's going more into like the Indian scale, which
It's
that's
quarter
different than
tones, right?
yeah, and he's nailing it. Yeah.
Standard Western scale is going to have your half-step increments, right?
Yeah.
So a quarter tone is when you're basically in between two half steps. And so that instrumentation of accuracy in his instrument, there's like 50 different instruments in his throat. I don't know how else to explain it.
I think he's an AI robot. He's got to be.
Hold on.
Yeah, he's incredible. That was cool. But then,
I mean, cool accuracy and everything. I
Okay.
can't.
all right, let's just take inventory of where we're at.
All right, so we
Okay,
started on, what was it,
C2.
C2. Okay, so I have C3 on screen. C2, so this is an F2. So we're going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes off this visual.
So that's C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, and then you're going up to the F above that. So F6.
I can't even.
So
that's 1, 2, 3. So just shy of 4.5 octaves with tonal inflections, volume subtlety.
yeah, and his tonal choices. I can see what people are saying. Like, he's doing somehow, like tonally, he's doing even more interesting things than he was in that unbelievable video that we saw before.
Yes, because the control that he had within what he demonstrated in SOS was outstanding, which we expressed. But I definitely was not anticipating his ability to flex outside of that one style tonally.
You can have a range like that and just rely on that. It's just like, listen, I can sing a billion notes, but the fact that he's adding colors to his timbre and, you know, adding all these like nuances is so cool.
Let's hear that again. I love it.
And change the key again.
What key were we in? What are we in now?
I think we're in C minor, now we're in A minor. So yeah,
So he's changing keys in that jump as well. So here, let me switch it over to you. I don't know if we can see on your
And it's not
keyboard.
obvious modulations either. I mean, he's going from, you know, it's going from key of A minor to F sharp minor, and his starting note's like da 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 da. You know, going from an A note to an F sharp note, the sixth above.
There's so much trust in that delivery.
Yeah, well, his ear is really impressing me. I mean, obviously his voice is pretty good. It's okay.
That's
why
I was looking forward to this. I just wanted to hear his ear. The voice is nothing.
He's an alien.
Yeah. All right, I want to hear the setup. That's actually a mix. The new ground is like that's full chest voice, and then the da, 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 da. His folds are thinning a little bit, so technically I call that the passaggio. So he's in a mix, but it's with such intensity, it has the feeling of that full chest voice. It's just so big.
Yeah. Who is this person? As a vocal teacher guru,
don't ask me questions about him.
such as yourself, you know, where it's like everyone's voice can be developed and everybody can become a singer. It's like you can't train that.
Physically, there's a million voices out there that are capable of getting that 4.5 or 5 octave range. But to develop it to the sense of control and then throw on choice on top of it, just that percentile becomes less and less and less and less. Everybody is physically unique genetically. You know, we all look different. Same thing on the inside to some degree, shape and size of the tongue and the larynx and everything like that. It's brain. It is neural connections that coordinate these muscles that's so irreplicable. So his brain access to his physical instrument is nuts. Because if he and I were to switch brains, and I had the same instrument, I would magically, seemingly, be able to do things with my voice I've never done before if his brain was in charge of this instrument. Does that make sense? So genetically, yes, I'm sure he's got some advantages, just like someone 7 foot has an advantage to playing basketball versus someone 5 foot. So I'm sure some of that's there, right? but it is his neural activity in his mind that is just next level. That is the hard part to reproduce.
So you're saying if they took a picture of his larynx, it wouldn't be dipped in gold and shaped like a unicorn? All right, that is our video for today. Thank you guys for that recommendation. That was unbelievable, which we were expecting, but still somehow we're surprised by it. Keep those comments coming, and we hope to see you next time.
Bye for now.
See ya.